Good morning. Welcome back to Monday Morning Quarterback. Today we're celebrating a hard-fought 10-6 homecoming victory over Bethel University from this past weekend. We had a glorious day and a tremendous homecoming crowd that came out en masse to support us. It was an overflow crowd, and it was great to see everybody back on campus again and the on-campus community out supporting us. Special teams was an enormous factor going into this game. Anytime you have two highly touted defenses and two offenses that run the ball, field position and real estate is going to be at a premium. And I thought our special teams came through in fine fashion. Timmy Albright did a great job kicking the ball, pinning them deep, and allowing our coverage teams to get down there. Anytime we swapped kickoffs, we averaged about 11 yards advantage on the field position. And although there weren't a ton of kickoffs, that amounted to some pretty important yardage for us. Great coverage downfield. We had some guys young guys that are coming up in the program. Effort by Chinny Oji and Josh Carey getting downfield and causing some hiccups in the return game. But we also had a lot of starters that were out there in a big game like this to run down the field on kickoff and make some plays. Were great to see. And the punt game was also huge. I think our punt block team put a lot of pressure. We did not block one yesterday, but I think they put a lot of pressure on Bethel to force some punts that were easy for us to field. But we're very, very happy about our punt team. They had a very nice punt block team that was going to bring pressure. Our protection held up. Garrett Maloney was 42.3 yards on the day with several punts. And again, anytime we were in a situation where we felt we had to swap punts, it wasn't the end of the world to put our punt team out there because they were going to put our defense on some long fields. And our average starting field position when the defense was out there was very high, so it was great to see our defense on the long field, and our defense responded very well. It wasn't going to be the prettiest of games. We knew that. They had a very stalwart running attack led by two very good running backs and an extremely tough quarterback. And Tommy Becker and Tony Dana, the two guys inside, each had 14 tackles apiece, which that's a pretty manly game in there. And in addition to that, Tommy Becker had a huge interception at the end of the game, and Tony Dana had a very, very crucial pass breakup. So not only tackling the ball, but also getting back into coverage. And both of our safeties, Brian Villar and Brady Irvin, also came through. They each had 8 tackles per. And Brian Villar had a big tackle for a loss, and Brady Irvin's interception as they were driving really kept the points off the board in that first half, which was good to see. Offensively, didn't hit our stride right away, but I think the offense finally found a rhythm in the second half, came out, got a little bit heavier in terms of the personnel that we put out there, more tight ends, more running backs. And although it wasn't a big number day, really just a tremendous day for the running back position group. Willie Schneider has come through to be a force for us at fullback, and he was on the field quite a bit. And when he was in there, a lot of people in that stadium knew what we were going to run, and he did a great job moving some people out of the way. And Colin Tobin came off the bench and had some of the toughest 80 yards I've ever seen in my life. Did a great job taking care of the ball and really sparked us when we needed it and allowed us to move the ball down the field. And he also had a touchdown, which was great to see. But overall, the most impressive thing was over the last 31 games that we've been here, we've seen our team win games many ways, on offense, on defense, some ugly, some really crisp from the beginning, come from behind. And I think our kids have really believed that there's many ways that this team can win a football game, and I think that's what makes them so dynamic. I think what you have to be the most excited about is the overall thought that our kids played so ridiculously mentally tough yesterday, and in good times and in bad, they just stay as stalwart as they come, and they believe in each other, and they always move forward. And I think if you watch us week after week, what continues to shine through is that mental toughness and that togetherness that helps us to where we are right now. So right now, we're sit at 8-0, have a very good opponent coming up this week, 2 more regular season games, and if we're fortunate enough to take care of those, maybe we'll be blessed with a few more opportunities. But we hope to find you at the game next weekend as we travel down to St. Peter and take on Gustavus and kick it off as 1 o'clock on Saturday. Have a great week.